roundup. Oh my days. We're in for a great show today, guys. Well, what about the North London derby?
I'm not getting rattled.
We're 3 points off top 4, so it's not looking too bad.
Yeah. Foden 88, Saka 87. I think that's wrong.
Nice that you put your top on. You want to take it off and get the branding out? Happy birthday!
Make a wish to win the league.
I did.
How much chance do Arsenal have of winning the Champions League?
0, mate.
If we got through PSV, do you think there's any chance?
No.
Hang on, let me finish.
Predictions:
2-1 Tottenham.
3-1 Liverpool.
2-0 Wolves. Chelsea to beat Man United at Old Trafford.
Still there.
You're in trouble if we win this game.
You better not lose on Saturday.
We beat the world champions this weekend. That makes you world champion.
We're the world champions, but you're not in a title.
This is why you'll never win the league.
6 million down the drain.
Robbie celebrating a 1-0 win. Abby Pilates instead of trophies. You'll never walk alone.
Catch us every Monday for the weekend roundup.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to DR Sports. Welcome back to Live at 5 on a Monday after what was a very eventful weekend. And I'm sure you guys enjoyed the show earlier on today, the 12:30 show, the weekend roundup, where they went all over, the Mo Salah stuff, Arsenal, United, everything. But what I want to bring to you today is the latest update on Mohamed Salah and the Inter Milan games. Obviously, you guys know Salah has not travelled to Italy to go and face Inter Milan tomorrow. But there has been some further news on it. But joining me on my right-hand side, first of all, is Laurie. Second show today. How you feeling, mate?
I'm good. Looking forward to it, man.
I got to say,
somewhat energized.
The weekend roundup show earlier today was hilarious.
You liked it, yeah?
That was a good show. Yeah. You and
how do you think I did? Because they thought.
I think you did quite well. I think you held your ground for the most part.
I thought so.
I have a couple bones to pick with you, but we will get on to that later. But we're going to start off, obviously, by talking about Liverpool stuff, and we've got, as it normally is on a Monday at this point, FJ. We're going to get delving into how you feel.
It's been a bad day in the office, bad 2 days in the office, a bad month in the office. It's been a bad season in the office, but so the latest news I want to bring you guys, just before we get into the Mohamed Salah chat and everything, is that, so obviously Salah has been omitted from Liverpool's travelling squad to face Inter on Tuesday, so tomorrow. But the Athletic have come out with some further details about it in the last couple of hours. So what they've said is the call was taken by Sporting Director Richard Hughes to drop Salah from the squad completely, but also in conjunction with the club's ownership and obviously talking to Slot as well. So I think Salah not involved in those discussions. But what's been said, that's why I found this so interesting, is that sources briefed on the situation, as the Athletic say, speaking anonymously, etc., have pretty much said that the whole thing, Salah isn't going to face any sort of reprimand or discipline for it. So what was eventually, I've just lost it, hold on, let's get it back up. What was said is that Liverpool do not regard his exclusion from the Inter squad as any sort of disciplinary action, but it's simply just a step taken and something done in isolation in order to calm the situation down. And that sources saying that that Salah will not face any further disciplinary action for his comments and believe the player and the club will benefit from a brief period away from selection. So obviously Salah, when he was asked around during this whole thing about Saudi, right? He's asked, one of the questions was asking about Saudi, and he went, I don't want to answer that question. And he also kind of said, I'll be at Anfield to wave goodbye, and then we'll see what happens. But it seems like Liverpool have taken a fairly calm stance on the scenario by basically just saying, let's have a couple days away, chill out, and then come and talk about it, which is, in my eyes, very, very moderate and pretty kind from them, considering just how crazy all of the quotes were. But I want to get your reaction, FJ, to this. Is that stance right? Is it right that Liverpool seem to first of all be going quite chilled out about it and no disciplinary action? It's simply just a let's cool our heads here, or is that the right way to go about this? I think it's the safe option for the Liverpool owners, because right about now, whatever Salah says, the Liverpool fans will kind of follow what Salah's saying. So I don't think they want to cause more upset than it is already in the dressing room. What's happening to Salah right now is actually out of this world. I can't believe what they're doing to Salah.
What?
Who's they?
He's not just a Liverpool legend. He's a Premier League legend. Players like this, you don't treat them like this.
Carry on.
You don't treat them like this.
So you think he was thrown under the bus?
Liverpool be played bad all season.
No,
right?
no.
So
don't do the politician stuff. Do you think Mo Salah was thrown under the bus as he is a legend?
He hasn't had a good season, but you still don't bench players like Salah for 3 games in a row. One game, okay, bring him on. Second game, cool. But we can actually see something's really happening.
Can I point out?
Way too
I
much.
I don't wanna...
He's a Liverpool legend, not just a Liverpool legend. He's a Premier League legend.
No, but I agree with that.
You
But
don't do that to players like
Can I
that.
point out to you that in those 3 games that he's been dropped, Liverpool have not lost none of those 3 games.
But it kind of has felt like it though.
Really?
Like the win against West Ham was obviously 3 points, clean sheet. That was good. But and then there's a certain amount of irony me saying this, but at the end of the day, it was West Ham. I know we drew to them, but still, I like anyone who's watching the show on Friday knows just how angry I am about that West Ham draw for United. But then the other games have been games that you've drawn, but it's felt like a loss. Like Sunderland, at the end of the day, you were damn lucky they didn't score in the 93rd minute. Against Leeds, you were winning 3-2, and a 96th minute equaliser is going to make it feel like a loss, especially with the Salah stuff coming out after this. Personally...
They did beat Chelsea.
Huh?
That same Leeds team did beat Chelsea.
Yeah, but I think that says more.
So,
yeah, but in the way of,
turn your nose
but
up
like
at
when you concede a 96, you know that you concede a 94th minute. Obviously, that was actually a winning goal from Aston Villa. But like it hurts more when it's in the 96th minute, 94th minute, doesn't it? So it's a 3-3 draw that feels like a loss for Liverpool, and then compound the Mo Salah stuff because he's not come off the bench in the last 2 games, has he? He's been completely on the bench.
I always say that form is temporary, class is permanent. So it's not just Salah that's having a bad like recent form. It's the whole team. Konate's individual errors, our right back, our left back, no clue. Robbo has to come back into the team. Our midfield 3, what is the strongest midfield 3? Wirtz out left, or is Wirtz going to be in the middle? Ekatike or Isaac? Salah on the right, Gakpo. There's so many questions, so many ifs and buts. We can't just put it on Salah. For the fact that he's put it on Salah and he's dropped Salah for 3 games, it's terrible. It's so terrible. You just can't do that. And I've always thought that Slot's got like one of the best management throughout the whole team. He came to our team last season. He dealt with all that pressure within Trent, Salah and Van Dijk. He dealt with it, won the league comfortably. Won the league comfortably. But it's like now he's not managing what's happening around him. Is Salah too big for him to manage? Is Salah too big for him to manage?
No, but you said yourself that last season he did a really good job in managing those senior players.
100%. So what's happening?
Now he's dropped Salah. All of a sudden, it's a big problem.
So what's the difference now? What is the difference now? He managed everything last year, and now this year, or maybe he's just not happy. Last year, maybe he was happy with the form, the Liverpool winning games, us going for a title charge. If we won our last couple games, I don't think this would be happening right now.
But correct me if I'm wrong. One of the reasons why he dropped Salah wasn't just because his form has apparently fallen off a cliff.
What was it?
It's also to do with what many people, I mean, you will know this more than me, I'm asking you.
Don't say work rate.
Yes, I am. People are going to say that his work rate is non-existent. So if your work rate is non-existent, you're not scoring goals, you're not assisting, then you're kind of thinking, well, let's try something different. So can you blame the manager for that?
Yeah, 100%. Because before last season, Salah's work rate was out. He's running for days. Salah, no one can ever talk about Salah's work rate. I heard like last season he told Slot that he doesn't really want to drop back no more. He wants to use most of his energy attacking. And look what happened last season.
That.
It worked out.
That is on the condition that he's doing his bit at the other end of the pitch.
Okay.
Listen, I'm kind of for that because I've said previously on different forums that I don't like my strikers all the way tracking back all the time because I want them further up the pitch doing their thing. That being said, though, if he's not tracking back and he's not scoring, he's not assisting, his form's fallen off a cliff, can you really blame the manager for trying something different? Because they're in a pretty desperate situation right now.
You can't blame the manager, but you can't blame Salah. But even people like Jamie Carragher, big Liverpool legend, he can't. Like, this is not the first time he's digging a grave for Salah. It's not the first time he's come out.
Salah name dropped him.
Because
Salah name dropped him in the interview afterwards.
Carragher comes out in public and speaks about Salah like Salah is just a normal Liverpool player. He's not. There's an argument that Salah might be a bigger Premier League legend than Carragher. 100%.
No,
that's not an argument.
So
that is not an argument by any stretch of the imagination.
How does Jamie Carragher? I love you, Jamie. Big Liverpool legend. But how does Jamie Carragher have like so much confidence to come out and speak so bad about one of our Liverpool legends when he's going through?
He's entitled to have his say. I mean, we're all entitled to have our say.
Carragher,
like him,
he jumps the gun on players.
He can't do that to Salah.
I really think he does.
To Salah? Come on, not Salah. Salah's not Salah.
But who's actually at fault for what's happened here? Like, is it like because I know, like, the answer is always when you say who's at fault for something, you know, both parties always have, no matter what it is, both parties have a part to play in when things go so badly wrong here. But, like, Liverpool gave him a 400k a week contract, and I think deservedly so, because he had last season and like an all-timer Premier League season. It was utterly mad what Mo Salah was doing, like in front of the goal and assist last season. But then at the same time, Salah wasn't playing good football this season. He hasn't been. So he had like 6 goals or something in the first like 5 games, I swear. Obviously, he was like scoring like last-minute penalties and
5 all season, 4 in the Premier League.
Oh, wait, okay, maybe it was that, but he got them really early on, didn't he? He got like 4 or 5 goals quite early on, and his form dropped off a cliff. And I remember I was saying
not his form.
In terms, Liverpool's form did,
so
but that includes him.
Yeah,
and that includes Mo Salah. But the thing is, I
can't
think
drop all
Mo
11
Salah,
players,
but Mo Salah,
but Salah's the last one to drop.
Mo Salah would deserve to be dropped, though.
Why?
I do think for at least one of those games. The game against West Ham, I think it was overdue. I really think it was overdue, Mo Salah being on the bench. But what I didn't understand from Slot was then not using him afterwards. Dropping someone to kind of maybe make a statement, shake things up, allow players to, right, yeah, fair enough. Like, I've been through this whole thing a couple of years ago. I went through something really similar with this with Ronaldo, didn't I? We, like Manchester United. With Ronaldo, though, the big difference, I think, what it was Ronaldo's interview tipped things over the edge. Whereas Salah's thing here is like the start of stuff tipping over the edge possibly. Because Ronaldo was already walking down the tunnel after not being subbed on against Spurs, already had problems with Ten Hag, already tried to leave that summer anyway when Ten Hag first joined. So when Ronaldo went and did that interview with Piers Morgan, it was like okay, that's it. That's the final thing. We ripped up his contract like 5 days later, or like maybe not 5 days later, but pretty quickly afterwards, we ripped up Ronaldo's entire contract. Whereas with Salah here, it was like I watched some of the Liverpool game. I went out to the pub with my mates and happened to check my phone, and I just saw a barrage of messages going, have you seen what Salah? Have you seen what Salah said? Have you seen what Salah's done? All of this and all that. And I feel like with Salah, it has been, now that I've had some time to think about it, it's kind of uncalled for. What Salah's done here.
Do you
I
see it as selfish?
I see it as rash is the best way to put it here. I think he came off, so he didn't come on against Leeds, watched his team not win the game, and he sat there going, I scored 42 goals on assist last season. Surely I could have done something to help team win the team game here. 100%. And then he's like walked in like, this is what AGT was saying earlier on today, is Mo Salah, he never normally talks in the press zone afterwards, but he walked into the mix zone afterwards, beeline for a reporter, and went, I need to say this. And he just went bang, 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 bang.
And I want my Liverpool legend to come out in the media and talk to us. Because
surely it's not like the way he's done it there. He's gone there going, I'm being attacked from all angles. They clearly hate me.
Good.
They clearly hate this and this and that.
Good.
Do you really think that's a good thing?
Yes. Saying something is better than not saying nothing at all. Last season, we were saying, Trent didn't say nothing. The last thing he said was, tada, I learned how to speak Spanish. I'm leaving you guys. That's what he said.
But Trent's situation was very different.
No, but the only thing I'm saying is communication. Speak to us. Tell us. So if Salah didn't come out in the media to say, oh, this is what's happening, guys. These lot put me under the bus. We will never know. So I'll rather my Premier League legend, Liverpool legend, to come out and speak to us. Because at the end of the day, everyone will be thinking, what's happening?
But he's made everything work.
So I'd rather them speak.
In a way, you are right, because it's given us plenty to talk about. So
it's made, like, in no way has this made anything better, right? Though the thing is, if you want your legend, your leader, your captain, sorry, not captain, but like I guess one of like obviously Liverpool legend, one of Liverpool's best ever players, one of the best ever attackers in the Premier League. You want them to come out and maybe do what, like, for example, Van Dijk's been doing, or like Szoboszlai after the game. He spoke with Sky, and Szoboszlai, and they was being asked questions. Szoboszlai went, "What we talk about is our business, our problems inside the dressing room." Szoboszlai says that, and then 10 minutes later, Mo Salah then goes and says everything that Szoboszlai has just said should stay internal.
There's a big difference. Szoboszlai said we. He's come out and said, and me. So it's totally different.
Can I pick up on
totally differently?
Right? So
go on, Laurie.
I'm so glad you made that point, because this was something that I was going to come on to. So we've arrived there very nicely for me to say. First thing that I want to say, I do agree with you. Mo Salah, fantastic player. I can easily say that as an Arsenal fan. I enjoy watching a guy play. I would say, I agree with you. Not only is he a Liverpool legend, which he clearly is, he's also a Premier League legend, yeah? That being said, though, I've got to say, right, I mean, I was driving home I was out and I was driving home and I heard about the furore on the radio. When I got home, I actually watched the interview and man, I was, I couldn't believe what I was
find
seeing.
it mental.
Those comments I would describe as overly emotive. I think they were egotistical. I think they were self-serving, narcissistic, arrogant, disrespectful, and delusional. Honestly,
wow.
And like I said, this is coming from a man that's got a lot of time for Mo Salah. I'm an admirer of his.
What part was it? What part was?
It's all of the above. Everything I said there, I meant it. It was nonsense. I mean, there was a part in the interview where he says, "I've done so much for this club. Why do I have to prove myself game by game?"
And that's true. He did 9 years in a row, 10 years in a row.
Yeah, but bro, if you're not playing well, and the manager decides to leave you out, that's the manager's prerogative. And you have to accept that.
How can I accept that? How long?
Because you have to. That's the manager doing his job.
How long am I going to sit out for then?
For as long as the manager deems fit.
And that's the problem.
It's only 3 games. It's not 3 months.
No, it's 3 games. It's 4 games, and I'm going to AFCON.
No, but
So
how
it's
did he
4
know that? No, but for
You know,
3 games, in
it's
which
3
Liverpool have not lost any of those games, by the way.
Well, I mean, we won.
1.
And that's shocking.
But that's one more than you were before.
Exactly. So what I'm saying
It
is,
might
right,
sound weird though.
to me, listen, say what you want to say about Slot. He has made some mistakes this year. But to me, it didn't have anything to do with Liverpool. It was all me.
What,
Just
Salah?
like you said. Yeah, what Salah says.
He deserves
it's
that.
totally self-serving.
He deserves that. He's that
Okay,
player.
you could
like
say
he's
that.
Like there's only 2 people in this world that can talk to Salah about consistency. 8 years. Let me round it up. 10 years of consistency. There's only 2 people can talk to Salah about consistency. So Salah can say, yeah, I've done all this.
So you don't mind that he's aired out your club like that in front of the whole world?
He did not air out our club. He just aired out the problems what's happening to give us a different
But he didn't,
because he's
did
been
he?
dropped.
This is the thing. So you
You
say
can't have
the 8 years
our
of
best
consistency.
player, our greatest player, can't have no relationship with our manager. How does that work out?
Yeah,
You see
but
that? There's no
no
relationship.
matter how consistent a player is, that doesn't give him the right to do something like what Salah has done. I really don't. If you
Okay,
think,
cool.
if
What's
you
he done
think
wrong?
someone in the club,
What's he done wrong?
What's he done wrong?
What's
He's
Salah
made
done wrong?
a terrible situation at Liverpool worse.
So he shouldn't speak.
I think that he shouldn't say what he said.
No, so he shouldn't speak.
He can speak, just not about that.
And say what then?
A message of togetherness, even if it's not completely true
Oh, so
and
you want him to
honestly
lie?
true.
You want him to lie and sugarcoat?
I want him. I
You
would
could have
want
those
as a Liverpool fan.
conversations in private with the manager.
As a
How about
Liverpool
that?
fan, I
And he
want
has.
that to do in private.
And he has. It's 2 games in, still drops
How do
me.
you know he has?
Surely.
How do you know he
3
has?
games
No, but
in
you
now.
don't know that,
no,
do you?
Because if our situation can't get handled in the dressing room, I'm going to come out 100%.
No, I think. No, in all seriousness, FJ, you know, there's that adage, right? And I've thought about this a lot. That it goes around a lot. Fans often say, as I say, there's no player is bigger than the club. But you know what it is, FJ and Dylan? Some players actually do think they're bigger than the clubs. You mentioned one previously with Ronaldo. The way he carried on.
Oh, 100%.
The man's energy was, I am bigger than Man United. How dare they do this to me?
But the rant that he went
Hang
on, he was right.
And I reckon that Mo Salah has adopted a similar stance. It's like, how dare you drop me? After all what I've done for you, man? How could you possibly drop
But
me?
do you know why you're saying this though, as an Arsenal fan?
It's got nothing to do with
No,
that.
because
trust me.
You 2 haven't had a player for the last 10 years that's been doing what Salah's been doing.
Listen.
There's no one that's been like that.
All right, let me give you an example. You may not consider quite in the same bracket, and I get it, but it's a similar. When Aubameyang fell out of favour with Arsenal, right? I was pretty upset about that because people who know me know I was a big admirer of Aubameyang. I would go as far as to say I didn't really like the way the club treated him and some of the fans, but I had to accept that his form at the time had kind of fallen off a cliff as well. And it was similar stuff being said about him that they say about Salah, is that when he's in the team and he's scoring, a lot of the other stuff that he does kind of goes under the radar a little bit. But if he's not scoring, not assisting, and you're not tracking back and doing the heavy lifting that the other guys are doing, the manager might be inclined to feel, well, we need to give this a different look. With Salah, he needs to humble himself and realise you're not the be-all and end-all of Liverpool.
But
You've been a great player, fantastic player, legend, but you know what? You're getting on in age, you're not producing the numbers you were, and you're not producing the work ethic that the other guys need to do, you know what I mean? So we're going to take this in a slightly different direction. Hold a bench, let's work things out, you're still part of my plans. But no, how can you drop me after all what I've done for you?
How can they? How can they? You can't drop.
You can't rest on your laurels forever. Otherwise, he'll still be playing football at 60.
So if everyone's looking at the greatest player and they're dropping the
You
greatest...
say you support Liverpool. I'm surprised you're saying this.
Yeah.
Do you support Liverpool or Mo Salah? Which
I
one
support
is
Liverpool and I'll never turn my back.
Which one comes first?
Salah or Liverpool?
Yeah.
100% Liverpool. But I'll never turn my back on the people that's like shed blood and sweat for
No,
the
but that's
team.
exactly what he's done.
You don't like for me the way
I
I
can
see
never
it
turn
is
my back
you
on
don't have to turn your back on Salah. But what I find, so again, I know I'm comparing a lot to the Ronaldo thing, but the reason Ronaldo did that is because he had nothing to lose. He already didn't care about the club. He already wanted to leave. He wanted to leave for loads of time. He was already never getting back into the team. Ten Hag didn't like him and everything. Yeah, so Ronaldo.
Okay, yeah.
He did that Piers Morgan interview because there was nothing to lose at that point. He was doing it almost to make sure he could get out of his contract and give United a reason to end that.
All he was
With
doing...
Salah, though, it's not like he's got nothing to lose. Before this interview, it was a case of, interesting, Salah's on the bench. That's all it was. It's then now been blown up because Salah has come out publicly and said he feels like the club want him gone. So, by the way, The Athletic, more in this Athletic report, claims that Liverpool are still committed to honouring Salah and his whole contract.
100%, they have to.
So, yeah, obviously they have to say that. Like, the report's not going to say that they're not. But the thing is like, the thing I don't get from Salah here, he is completely in the right to feel like this, right? He has the right to feel however he wants to feel. But I just feel doing that and making it now what it is only adds to the current frustrations and problems at Liverpool. Like, let's say he felt like this, right? He could go away to AFCON. Let's say he hasn't said this, goes away to AFCON, has that break, let's say does well at AFCON, comes back and then sits down and goes, right, we need to talk about this stuff, because then it hits the January window. But now, it's Salah won't play tomorrow. Odds are he'll be on the bench against Brighton and probably not come on again.
He won't play for Liverpool ever again.
But now it means that he might... Yeah, this is what I mean.
His position at the club is untenable.
What he's done is he's then created that scenario rather than reacted to that scenario, if that makes sense. He, as I said before, and as I just want to clarify, I agree with he's allowed to feel like that completely. I'm not saying how he feels is wrong, and to a certain extent he might be correct, he might be right, he might be completely correct, but I feel like the timing of it and the way he did it was just a decision where he was angry, so came out and went and said all of this stuff, and all it's done is made the situation at Liverpool worse.
But he didn't say nothing. Number one, he didn't say nothing wrong.
I know. I don't think he has said. I don't think he said anything wrong.
I think he did say something wrong.
Alright, cool.
Shall I tell you what he said wrong?
And
straight off the bat.
I was gonna say.
I'll tell you now. You asked me what did he say wrong. I'll tell you what he said wrong. He said I don't need to prove myself week in, week out. You do. Those are the standards that a club like Liverpool hold. That's why you've been so successful over the years. People putting the work in and proving that they are the man for the shirt. This notion about because I've done all that other, and don't get me wrong, he still is a great player. He's done all that stuff. Yes, cool. I respect that. I love that. But hear what? Football is not a game like that. It's what have you done for me like now? You know what I mean? You can't talk about what you did last season because with respect, that's cool, but at the end of the day, we're talking about this season. What have you done for me lately? My question to you is very quickly, and I do want an honest answer on this. I'll be very interested to hear what you got to say. Please answer this honestly and give me your reasons. If Mo Salah, as I suspect, and Dylan's hinted at it, doesn't play for you guys again, which is looking increasingly unlikely, do you think that Mo Salah's actions have tainted his legacy at Liverpool?
No way.
Nah.
No way.
Not at all.
No.
Not even tainted?
Not even Liverpool. He's the greatest player in the Premier League. So it's
no,
not
I'm saying,
Liverpool.
okay, fine. But do you think he's tainted his legacy?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, I'd rather him come out and do whatever he's done. He could have done it differently, but whatever he thinks is right, let him do it. What he done I think it was totally right. It's totally right. But there's always two sides.
You think he's totally right? Are you serious?
100%. It's Salah.
Because you're the first person I've heard say that.
Do you mean
yeah, 100%.
He thinks he's right in what he's saying?
I think he's right.
Is his actions right?
Yes.
To come out in the mixer.
Come out and speak to the fans.
100%. Because he's speaking to me.
So why hasn't he spoken before? As Dylan said, this is a man that normally, when he goes through mix zones, he can't get out of there quick enough. This time he's made a beeline, as Dylan said. Was it Norwegian TV?
Yeah, I don't think he meant to do that.
I know.
It's quite funny that he did do that though. That he was Norwegian TV, but it was like, have you seen the video? Have you actually seen the video of it? Have you seen the video of the Liverpool press officer? Have you seen it?
No, they say a picture says 1,000 words.
Yeah, Salah says under the bus, and the guy's literally going. You can see him go, oh, and he whips his phone out and he's texting and everything.
He's saying, oh, why are you saying the truth?
But that video kind of feeds into the point I'm trying to say about as much as he's allowed to feel like that, and probably correctly, maybe someone does have it out for him. Maybe it's Slot, maybe it's someone else. Maybe there is some sort of orchestrated way of kind of moving him on.
So when he was asked, why didn't he say Slot then? Because the reporter said who he, and he said, no, I'd rather not say.
100%.
No. I think he said that he didn't know. Wasn't that right? He said.
So how can you say that and then say you don't know?
I don't know who, but someone in his club has it out for me. Also, can I just say as well, for those of you guys watching, if you want to have your say, there's a QR code bottom right hand side of your screen. Scan that. Send short videos in, clips in of what you think about this Mo Salah situation or anything else. Arsenal, United, anything. But the Mo Salah situation, get your videos in, and literally, if you send them in soon, we'll be able to load them on the screen
and
right
say the
here,
truth.
right now.
Tell us the truth.
To you. Well. The truth is whatever you choose the truth to be. Obviously, FJ has a certain spin on the truth, but get those videos in. But yeah.
There's two sides of the coin, right?
Yeah.
So if I'm the manager and Slot, this is the worst thing that I'll ever want to happen to me, because I know whatever Salah says, it can cause a problem and a rift on me and the changing room. So this is the last thing I want Salah to do, right? So if I'm the manager, I would say what he's done is very bad. Like, I can see what he's done. But if he's going to carry on playing that game, saying Salah to the side and let me take control, is a risky game to play. So he's basically playing with his job or not. But
that's why I find it so mad.
I'm hearing
do you think
do it once you know your job's done anyway.
I'm hearing that the board have got full backing on Slot, right? So
yeah, they have.
Whatever Salah's going to do, I don't know. So have the board come to a conclusion that I think it's time to move on from Salah?
Do you think that maybe Salah's actions were a bit premeditated insofar as he knows that the results have not been great?
100%.
The manager's under a lot of pressure, so he's used that situation now to undermine Slot and basically throw Slot under the bus.
The thing is, this is what.
No, I think the first part. Your first part was right.
I don't think that's true. I really think that Salah's done this on a whim. I don't think Salah woke up on Sunday morning and went, I know what I'm going to do after the game today. I really genuinely think Salah literally felt like, I need to say something, and just did it. Whereas Ronaldo's, for example, was premeditated, right? He flew over, he spoke to Piers Morgan, it was all pre-interview, everything.
No, but
this with Salah,
that one was building up. Ronaldo's one was building up. Ronaldo came back and told everyone how bad Man United is since I've been back.
Yeah.
So Ronaldo was like, when I was here, the kitchen stuff, like all this is all the same. How can it still be the same when I was here back before? Now I've come back, it's still the same. So Ronaldo's complaints were totally different to Salah's complaints. Like, Salah's complaining about how the team is throwing him under the bus. He feels like the higher up are trying to get him out of the club.
I hear what Dylan
says. Because if Saudi comes in January and they offer 120, 130, what's the owner's going to say?
That's why I sense that some of this is premeditated, and I hear what you're saying, Dylan. I hear what you're saying, Dylan, but I don't think it was on a whim, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, because it's been growing, it's been building.
He has an underlying resentment against the manager. He will know that Slot is in a very weak position right now, and I think he will know that. He's not a silly man by any stretch. He's also a very experienced pro. He knows that the manager's under serious pressure. People are talking about he's got games to save his job. He has come out deliberately, right, and done that to undermine the manager, and it's a power play on his part. 100%. I honestly think 100%. That's what he's done. And that's why I think it's self-serving, because he's got an issue. Right, so I was talking to White Yardie next door, and we were talking about how players can use the press to further their own aim. So you guys may not be aware, but Leon Bailey plays for Jamaica, and he came out scathing rant against the JFF. Jamaica Football Federation. He said some real stuff about them, saying they're disorganized, and he started relaying some of his experiences. And when he came out, I remember a lot of people said, "Oh, he's right." And yes, a lot of the things he said about the JFF were absolutely bang on. They're noted for their incompetence and the corruption, all the rest of it. So he was right. But like people like me were saying, don't be fooled. This guy's saying that now. You know why he's saying that? Because he got disciplined and dropped from the team. When he got dropped, all of a sudden, all these things that was supposed to be so bad with the JFF come out. If you were so concerned about the state of the JFF, why did you not say this before? Why have you got dropped for indiscipline, apparently broke curfews and all the rest of it. Now all of a sudden you're coming out, this, that and the other. And it's a little bit like Salah. He knows the manager's weak. He's taken this opportunity now to... I just think it's poor. It's self-serving.
Or he's seen that the team is going in a downhill.
Yeah, but even that's
come
bad.
out and
Why are you
said,
doing that to the team?
How can we do that?
So he's putting himself above his team members to have a go. Nah, it's wrong.
So you don't want your player to come out and speak what's happening?
Not like that. I want him to do it in an honest way. He could have gone to the manager and
very
resolved
honest.
it there.
He was very honest.
Well, we don't know what discussions
but Salah didn't talk about the team at any point. He only talked about himself.
Yeah,
I think this is what kind of Laurie's saying, is that he didn't come out and do what Van Dijk's been doing, what Robertson's been doing, what Soboslai's been doing, where they've been going, it's bad, we know it's bad, but we're dealing with it internally. Salah came out and went, I want to talk about me.
Exactly.
Which he has every right. Obviously, he has every right to do this. He has every right to, like, if he wants to. He's like, freedom of speech. He can do that. I just think it was wrong. Not how he feels. How he feels may be 100% valid, but it's the fact that he's come out now after the season Liverpool have had, after the season he's had, and the fact that it's come out after something's happened to him, rather than if he started against Leeds, this doesn't happen. I don't think. He doesn't do this if he starts against Leeds. Like, I really don't think this happens. And I refuse to believe that this was Salah's only option. Surely he sits down with Hugh Edwards, unless he feels like it's Edwards who's the one that's pushing him out, which a couple of the comments have mentioned that was what he was hinting about. Mm-hmm. But then if it's Hugh Edwards is pushing him out, then you go talk to Slot or you talk to someone else on the board. I feel like he's literally, Mo Salah, chopped down the tree, created the match, found the fire, lit it and burnt that bridge pretty much by himself.
No way,
interview.
I don't think so. I don't think he's burnt it himself.
But it's like
I don't think so.
Do you not think so?
No.
Because I feel like with this, Salah's escalated it to a point where it didn't need to go yet. It may have needed to happen after AFCON or something.
When? Because right now we're in the mud. Right now, Liverpool are in the mud. So when is the best time?
Because he's about to leave to AFCON.
Yeah.
So he's about to go away for a few weeks anyway. So let's say he goes away to AFCON, right? And he balls out, comes back, and then stuff is still going badly. Mm-hmm. That's when you then now I don't understand.
He's been out of the team. He's been out of the country for a whole month. So he can't
you know why I also know that this is very self-serving?
Go on.
If you noted those comments he made, he goes, this game against Brighton may well be my last game. The guy knows what he's doing, bro. He's saying that the game against Brighton may be my last game. I'll say goodbye to the club.
And thank you for telling me.
It's totally self-serving.
It's not. He's just
self-absorbed.
He's just giving us information.
Narcissistic, arrogant, delusional to think that because you've been dropped, you could just do that, throw everybody else under the bus.
Do you know why you're saying this?
Why?
Because you guys don't realise that Salah's the biggest player in the Premier League right now. So whatever. What's funny? See, this is what I'm saying.
No, he's right.
I am right.
Mo Salah's the biggest name in the Premier League.
Salah's the biggest player in the Premier.
Yes,
he isn't right now.
Who's
Otherwise,
bigger
he
than
wouldn't be dropped.
Who's bigger than him?
No. In terms of the name, the weight that his name carries.
For the last 10 years.
The only one that can live up to him is Erling Haaland, who's currently in the Premier League.
Listen, I've acknowledged how much of a great player he was.
Greatest player in the Premier League.
Okay, listen, but every great player can go through drops of form, which is what he's done.
He's never dropped form like this.
Sorry?
He's never been on this form like this. People are only saying this because he's not on 10 goals already. But it's not just him, it's Liverpool's whole form.
I'm not saying it's just him.
Yeah. So you can't drop Salah under the bus, drop him for 3 games and
so how many games should they drop him for then?
And that's the problem. Because as a manager, if I see our next 3 fixtures, I'll say, if I drop Salah this game and we win, am I gonna start him next game? Imagine we were in the next game.
Yeah, but the first game they dropped him, they did win.
Yes. Then the next one they dropped him. Back to basics. Next game, 2-0 up. What the hell is the Konate doing? It's just
that's minimal, a defender. It's not a striker.
But it's minimal individual areas that's making our team just look like a total, like we don't know what we're doing. So all these stuff are just falling on individuals' heads. Obviously, Salah's the biggest name in Liverpool. He's not doing what he's meant to do. So it looks like all the blame is going on his shoulders. And it's not meant to be like that.
Christopher ZY says, giving your team an ultimatum is not just giving information, FJ. No healthy organisation would tolerate this kind of behaviour. And this kind of leads on to the one question I want to ask you.
Ultimatum.
But what about before we skip to a quick ad break, I just want to ask you, has this changed your view of the people in charge at Liverpool, like at the very, very top?
That's a good question.
Because obviously when they brought Slot in, and then Slot won the league, and then you signed all these amazing players, it was FSG, best owners. I'm not saying you said this, but the general consensus, at least from Liverpool fans, they were like, best owners in world football. 4 months later, we're at this stage. Has it changed how you feel about the people right at the very top of Liverpool?
It's totally... It does change a little bit, because when we had Klopp, we were begging them, give Klopp money. Give Klopp money. They didn't really give Klopp money. Now we've got a new manager. They just splash so much money, and it's like they don't know what to do with all this money. But what they've done for our team is amazing structure. They try to put the structure, the wage bill structure. They've done everything financially good. Everything's okay. But it gets to a point like, what are you really trying to do to our legend? Are you going to try to push him out? If they get 150, are they going to accept it?
He's going to have to leave one day.
If they get, yes, but when?
They all do.
We can never push our legend out.
What, Salah?
We can never push our legend
I think he's gone.
out. If Salah leaves in January, yeah,
he's gone.
You can't.
He's gone.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'm outside Anfield. I'm outside Anfield telling them how with a banner. FSG out.
Hashtag Salah in.
Does your unrequited love have more for Salah than it does for Liverpool? Because the way you're
Liverpool
carrying on,
or Slot, which one?
No, but you're giving the club ultimatums. You're going to be outside the club demonstrating and all that. Is your love for Salah more than it is for Liverpool?
No, but if he's to be in the defence of FJ,
thank you.
If he is,
see, now you're trying to help.
No, if he is going to do that, he'd be campaigning against not the club, but those making the decisions.
A minute ago, he was just waxing lyrical about how much money they've given the club.
Yeah, but correct. So obviously, like, I love Man United, right? That's my club until the very end. But I can then also simultaneously not like the people in charge at the club.
No, but he just said a minute ago, I heard him say he was waxing lyrical about how they changed the structure of the club. They've supported the manager to give him money. Now all of a sudden, Salah's dropped. The same man that you are bigging up, you now say you're going to be outside the club demonstrating if he leaves.
Yeah, because
in January, which he will leave.
Yeah,
he's played his last game for Liverpool. We all know this.
I reckon he has.
No way. That
I'm telling you,
they've backtracked a little bit.
How?
So the FSG, they've backtracked a little bit, saying that they're not going to fine him. They're
Yeah,
not
no,
going
they're
to
just
no
playing the bigger
discipline.
man.
They have to, because this is Mo Salah. They have
No,
to.
you know what they're doing, right? In my humble opinion, they're playing a very smart game. They're saying we're not going to come down to that level. We're going to try and be the bigger man. We'll sort this out behind the scenes because we're that type of club. But I guarantee you, FJ, in January he'll be gone. He'll be gone to the Saudi Pro League.
Slot or Salah out? Who am I picking? Salah staying, Slot gone. If I have to pick one,
I don't think that.
If I have to pick one, Stevie G, get in my team, man. If I got to pick one, Salah staying, Slot, shout me. See you later.
I don't think it's as simple as that.
It's so simple. How can you
They'll
go through?
both be gone.
Like, no way.
No, I reckon if Slot goes, Salah stays.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I think the whole point is that the point Salah's making, he's saying that he doesn't understand why he suddenly doesn't have a relationship
So is this a power play then? By
100% a power play. But you have to look. But on the other side, I have to think about Salah can actually be playing the bad man. Like, can play the role like, oh, I got more power here.
Maybe he's miscalculated. How about that?
Maybe Salah can be so wrong, and Slot might be thinking, I'm just trying to do the best for the team. So, like, everyone's criticising Salah's work rate, this, that, our right back, our left back, all this. He has to start from somewhere to try and fix the team. So if he's going to start with the biggest decision, drop Salah, I understand.
But what if you play Brighton and you beat them, which is, let's face it, a very real possibility?
Well, I think that's kind of a thing that, like, we'll cross that and we'll speak about that if that happens. But I do want to quickly say, we're going to cut to a quick ad break.
Be here. Listen, lots of people have been asking me, Robbie, how have you managed to lose so much weight? And I feel so much better for it. And it has been a journey. But these two little things here, Optimum Day and Optimum Night, have really, really helped me on my weight loss journey. This Optimum Day, what it does, it helps you to curb your cravings. It really helps with your metabolism. and just really just stabilizes things. And I swear by this. I absolutely swear by this. And then the Optimum Night, what this one does, I take these before I go to bed at night, helps you to have a much better, deeper sleep, makes you relax, makes you sleep, and makes your body recover. And these pills, I mean, listen, they're not magic pills, but they're all natural, and they have really, really helped me in my weight loss journey, and I really, really swear by them. So if you want to get your hands on these, scan the QR code in the description right now, or click the link down below, and you can get 70% off your first order with the Optimum Day and Optimum Night by Oxford Natural. As I said, these have been essential tools in my weight loss journey. Of course, there's no magic to it. You've got to eat less, you've got to go to the gym, you've got to do all those things. But these two have really, really helped me, and I recommend them very, very highly. So once again, if you want to get them and get 70% off your first order, all you've got to do is scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description, and you get 70% off your first order.
Laurie.
Yes.
Laurie. Yes. I've got a bone to pick with you. Okay. So, 2 weeks ago, I reckon it was 2 weeks ago, the three of us exact three, were sat here, yeah? Mm-hmm. And then you said you had an issue with something that I said in an intro of a show. And just to make sure that we have the receipts, I've brought the receipts, okay? I've brought the receipts. I'm going to play a clip now quickly just so the audience know what I'm talking about. Jay, what do you think? Introducing...
I've got to pull you up on something. When you made your introductory there, you said title race. Are you sure is that what you meant? Because I don't see no race.
Jay, what do you think? Right. Because I then watched the 12:30 show earlier on today. Obviously, you were on the weekend roundup, which you did very well on.
Thank you.
And you got pulled up on this, and you went, it was just banter. You went, oh, no, I was joking, guys. You were not joking.
No,
when you said that 2 weeks ago,
you
said that 2 weeks ago, you were dead serious.
No,
you said afterwards on the show today.
If you roll that clip again, you can clearly see I've got a big smile on my face, and my tongue was very firmly in my cheek when I said that. That being said, though, and I want to make this clear, I was bantering, obviously.
Oh! No, I don't believe you.
Okay. No, but I was. But let me also say this, right?
I love this.
If you think that I'm going to backtrack on my prediction that we're going to win the title just because of what happened on Saturday, absolutely no way.
What happened on Saturday?
We lost for the first time in 18 games. And we lost away to in-form Aston Villa. Mm-hmm. We lost away from home, and we lost to a last second, virtually last kick of the game, in a game that I thought we were very competitive in. Mm-hmm. I thought we were unlucky to lose the game. I thought we was worthy of a draw. Mm-hmm. If you look at the stats of the game, we had more shots on goal than Villa. We had more shots on target than Villa. We had more possession of the ball at their place. We didn't deserve to lose that game, but fair play to Villa. They played well. They punished us in that last when Hincapié run the ball out instead of booting it down the other end. That was literally the difference between us drawing and losing. You know that?
What happened?
Him allowing the ball to go out for the throw-in and then the subsequent set piece. If he launches that ball down the other end of the pitch, by the time it would have taken him to get it back up that side, the referee would have blown the whistle and the game would have been drawn. That being said, we lost. It happens. It was our first loss in 18 games. It was a narrow loss. We lost at a time when we have a severe injury crisis in terms of our defenders. So it is what it is. I'm not getting too het up about it. Bring on the next one, which is Wolves at home. And I think you'll find that we'll beat Wolves. Bit like you're going to do tonight.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
Thank you.
No, those
no. Not let him get away with this.
No,
I had last season.
I got questions for you.
Well, last season I think we didn't win in 7 Premier League games, and I remember under Ten Hag 2 years ago we had 17 first-team injuries, and do you know what I got? None of that. At no single point did I get any respite for these injury thing. We then finished 8th. Obviously, we then finished 15th under Amorim. That's a whole separate thing. But to have the best depth in the world and have to, play Ben White, £50 million defender, and someone, Timber, best right back in the world, who also plays centre-back regularly for the national team and Ajax, I don't think you can use injuries as a reason
I'm not saying
why
it's the
something
reason.
went wrong there.
Did their striker come on? I think their striker came on.
Victor Gyökeres came on.
Did he come on?
But you wouldn't have known.
But no, in all seriousness, I'm not just blaming it on that. I'm saying that, we lost the game that was very... It's not like... Listen, if we'd have got played off the park and got absolutely smashed by Villa, or if we'd have totally imploded in that game, I would have more cause for concern. What does concern me slightly, and I've said it on another show, is our away form at the moment is not as good as it should be. We dropped points against Sunderland. We dropped points against Chelsea, a 10-man Chelsea, and now we've been beaten by Villa. But having said that, we do need to put things into context. So
what context?
I've just given you the context.
What,
you
injuries?
I'm not going to go there because you're going to say I'm making excuses, but I've given you the context, and I'm saying to you guys wholeheartedly that I see nothing so far to make me change my mind that we will win the title this year. Nothing. Because
Is there...
teams are going to lose games.
But is there a little more? Do you reckon now, obviously like a month or so later after the whole, Arsenal 8 points clear, whatever, is there now a little bit more to think about than you thought, though? Because Villa, right, also massive credit to Villa, by the way, for they didn't win their first 5. Yeah, how mental that is. I remember seeing a screenshot of Villa fans bantering Wolves fans, say mind the gap because they were 1 point ahead of Wolves. Villa had 2 points and Wolves had 1. Villa are now 3 points behind you. Unai Emery.
How many points?
3 points.
Oh,
Man City 2 points behind you, and you've still got to play these teams again. Yeah. I know you've talked about.
And guess what? We're playing them at home.
Well, you're playing City
with
away.
the exception of Villa. City, yeah.
You're playing Villa at home. You're playing Liverpool at home.
Ooh.
You're playing City still away.
And guess
Chelsea's
what?
at home. We're at home as well. But I don't know what I don't know what we are.
And guess what? By the time we play those aforementioned teams, we will likely be back to full strength. Let's see what happens then. I bet
full strength. You are full strength.
You lot will be talking out the side of your mouth differently. I'm telling you. Listen, it's not like we played poorly. It's not like we got played off the park. It's not like we got outclassed. We lost a very tight game to a very good Villa side, but we'll be back.
The games
I've got no
that you need
hesitation
to be
in
winning,
saying it.
Literally,
as a
those
title
3
challenge.
games.
Well, we'll see.
Those
Because
3
we lost the
games.
game and we're still top of the table, so we don't have to.
But you're
win
only
the game.
just about top of the
Yeah,
table.
but we're still on top.
You're 1 game away. You're 1 game away.
Yeah, but that one game's not happened yet, bro.
Oh, I love this. I love this so much.
So you're telling me, hang on, there seems to be this, you know what makes me laugh, right? So we lose 1 game and everyone's hooping and hollering, and I get it. So, but what I'm saying is, what you don't think that City and Villa and all the rest of them are not going to drop points. It's just Arsenal then.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Do you know why? Because I saw it from.
So they're just going to go unbeaten till the rest of the season.
I saw it from a long time ago. I saw it
What
long
did you
time
see?
ago. One little slip up, it starts coming. It's snowball effect. It starts coming. Then you start getting nervous.
We've lost 1 game in 18. So where's the snowball
and-
Yeah, but
effect?
you've also
And
not won a single of your away games. in the last 3.
But wait, do you know how crazy that is? You've lost 1 game in 18, but you're only 2 points top. How? You can't be 18 games unbeaten, then be 2 games, only 2 points on top. That the math's not going on.
This is the thing. It's
What
never
happened?
it's never the losses that hurt Arsenal in your various title races. It's the draws.
Right.
More often
That's a
than
good
not,
point.
it's always the draws that hurt you the most. Is when the games are tight. It's you so many times, and I've said it before, and I still think it is true that this Arsenal is a different Arsenal to the last 3 we've seen, like the last 3 seasons we've seen. You are better and everything, but also as well.
And that's what I'm saying.
I remember
So
when
you agree with me, right?
Mentality's still the
So
same.
you agree with me?
I think that you're better,
Well, there you go.
but
Mentality's still the same.
I'm not necessarily, and I still think you'll win the league, but I do think it is a lot tighter. And as I said to you, I said to Rob, I said to others, that Man City, the shark Man City, the
They're
ones
coming.
that smell blood and they come
Circling.
coming,
They're circling.
they've been there for 10 years and they're going to be there for a
So
while.
why didn't they
unfortunately, I
circle
do
Liverpool
think.
last season then?
Because you know why?
Liverpool, I think, was the
we ran
exception
away. We ran away with the
because they had Mo Salah.
Yeah, there was no title race then. But you said there's no title race this year. Can you say it again,
This
please?
is what I'm saying.
Can you say it again, please? 'Cause
Yeah.
every time you say it, it works out.
This time last season, were you guys 2 points ahead at this stage?
I can't remember, but I know
So
it
how
was
can
top.
you say
I think it was
that?
7 or 8, wasn't it?
Oh, damn.
I'm pretty sure Liverpool were quite far ahead even by
I
this
know.
point.
I will talk
No,
Champions
no,
League
I'm
as
not
well.
so sure.
Correct
but-
me if I'm wrong.
But you were ahead, anyways. But the point I'm trying to make is, I've seen nothing to deter me from my very firm belief that we will go on and win the league. I think we've got the best squad in the Premier League, and I think that once we get our guys back and everything's back on track, there'll be no stopping us.
The 2 centre backs, yeah.
2 centre backs.
Liverpool were 5 points ahead.
Okay.
So Liverpool are on 36, which is 3 more than you are right now, and Chelsea are on 31, which is basically what City are on now.
Okay.
So Liverpool effectively just had an extra. Basically, like they won that Villa game, is effectively where they were.
Yeah,
and if you'd
exactly.
won that Villa game last night, you'd have said no title race still. So 5-point gap, you would have said there is no title race still. Liverpool had that 5-point gap this week, last season.
But I still say unequivocally that I think we win the title.
But are you still going to say that there's no title race?
Yeah, but that's immaterial though, isn't it?
No, it's
saying
not.
that we'll win the title.
Laurie, man,
No, it's not.
Laurie, you don't sound confident
It's
no
not
more.
immaterial.
You don't sound confident no
We
more.
warned you. I warned you that this happens.
Yeah, I warned them as well. I said Christmas.
I spent 10 years hate
No, but
watching
when
City,
you say you
so I know
warn
exactly
me,
what they do.
What exactly are you warning me about?
Man
if we win the
City.
title,
If
I tell you that what I said to you was that we're a long way from the end of this season.
Yeah,
so
and
to
I
say that
accepted
there's
that.
no title race,
He knows
was
there's a title race.
was sorry, not immature. That's the wrong word. It was
when-
premature.
when
So that's what I was
when
looking
you showed
for.
that clip back, there was a big smile on my face. Yes?
yeah, you're not meant to be crying or upset.
So,
So you always be
that alone
smiling.
will suggest to you that it was banter.
No, Laurie.
But
No,
okay,
just
since
because
it-
I smile doesn't mean
Yeah,
that I'm
just
lying.
because that's right. No,
He's smiling and his team's in the mud.
You know what I mean?
So am I.
But the cold hard facts is right now the table is in our hands, whether you guys like it or not. It's true.
Oh, so wait,
You know what?
Do you still think Arsenal are favourites to win the league?
100%.
Dylan, what do you think? Arsenal still favourites to win
I
the league?
actually still think so, yes.
Can someone ask me, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
FJ,
Yeah.
I've got a question for you.
Ooh, I can't wait for this question.
Who's favourites to win the league for you? Do not say Liverpool.
If FSG sorts out the situation with Mo Salah, he'll be back in January and we'll win a title charge.
Come on,
but
bro.
all jokes
you
aside,
should be concentrating on getting in the top 4. The title's over for you this year.
that's you soon as well. But all jokes aside, I think City and
Let it
Arsenal
go.
all the way. City and Arsenal might go all the way, but I don't think Arsenal have the legs. And it's come to Christmas. I always say Christmas. Arsenal always fall back on Christmas. By Christmas, hopefully you got Wolves next, right? So snowball effects is carrying on. I think you lot. Is it home? Wait, Wolves are home and away or away?
We got Wolves at home, and then we've got Everton away. That might be a
Tricky.
Hey,
one,
Everton
yeah.
away is
Tricky,
actually going to be a
yeah,
very
tricky,
tricky game.
tricky.
David Moyes has got that team balling.
I think it's in your hands, to be honest. I
Well,
think it's
the
in
Newcastle
Arsenal's hands, but at the end of the day, nerves are creeping up.
That was only
Confidence is going
like,
down.
People need to understand, right? That that was our second defeat all season. The team that you lot are bigging up, City, they've already lost 4 games this season.
And it's only
That
3
was our
points.
second
And they're
loss.
only 3 points.
I know, but what I'm saying is,
Ain't that
let's
crazy?
put things into context there. It was away from home against a very informed team, and
No such
even
thing,
then,
no such thing, no such
and
thing.
even then, it went right to the wire.
Laurie.
Why should I? Hang on. Why should I all of a sudden start panicking because we lost to Villa in a very, and I repeat, closely, hard contested game that went right to the wire? Right? Why should I panic?
Do you know why?
Who said panic?
No, but
No,
you
panic.
guys are
Someone
carrying.
said panic.
I said panic. You guys better start.
Did you say
yeah, you
panic?
guys
Okay.
better start be panicking because from the Chelsea game, from the Sunderland game, I saw that it's not the same Arsenal no more.
Did you?
Before you guys used to score first, dominate, score again, then dominate the whole game.
So
the whole game's
yeah,
done.
but we did that a few days later against Brentford after everyone said the Chelsea game was such a bad result.
Then what happened?
Which it wasn't a good result, I admit that. We should have beaten a 10-man Chelsea.
That second half was so poor from Arsenal against
but-
Brentford.
Yeah,
That
but
second
we
half.
beat them 2-0.
Yeah, but the second half was so
We won
poor.
comfortably.
No, but to
that
be
was
fair,
not
no, to be
comfortable.
fair,
That was
FJ,
not
they
comfortable.
was
managed
very
the game
comfortable,
well
come
still.
on.
No, but
Arsenal,
no.
because
First half,
Brentford were on them, but never actually created a genuine
what?
chance.
Can't you remember the half chance they had from a long throw and just went over the guy's head?
You just used the word half chance.
Yeah, but these
They
half
didn't
chances
create
are
any
big.
clear-cut chances.
Michael, what I'm saying about Arsenal is that the title charge has to be. There's no such thing as away
The
game.
man just told you. Do you know that in that game, Brentford didn't have a single shot on target?
But it wasn't comfortable. It was
It
not
was
comfortable.
comfortable.
Yeah, but not
bro.
all
What,
games
do you
are
actually think that
comfortable,
2-0 win was comfortable?
Yes.
And that's why you
Even
never,
last season,
That's
you
why
had
Arsenal will
uncomfortable
win the
games.
league. That's why you will
So
never.
I'll tell you what really happened, right? So we were comfortable in that game. I think the only issue that I had, and I'm being honest now, is that we were winning 1-0 up until I think about the 90th minute. Now, whilst you're only winning 1-0, you do have to be cognizant that all it takes, a bit like Saturday, all it takes is one misplaced pass or an error here and there. A team can go up the other end and score. That's football, I get that. But in terms of the overall game, we had Brentford pretty much where we wanted them. They didn't have a single shot on goal. That's what I'm saying to you. So
You're saying Aston Villa was on form. They're on good form. You guys are on good form as well.
yeah, we were. But look, fair play to Villa. They got the win. We have to accept it and move on.
I hope
What
you know
I'm
if you don't
saying
win
is-
your away games, you're not going to win the league.
What I'm saying is that there's no need for panic. We keep playing. I'm pretty confident we'll get a win against Wolves next week, and we'll, you know what I mean? We'll be all right.
So, Laurie, banter aside, but going
Banter
no
aside, yeah.
smiling here, okay? I
No
want
smiling.
zero smiling. Is there a title race?
That remains to be seen.
What do you mean it remains to be seen? As in, So is the answer still no for now? You lead by 2 points.
Ooh, they're getting nervous.
Like, are you racing for this title with another team?
Zoom into it.
I wouldn't necessarily racing. It's too early to say that, obviously, all jokes aside. But I'm looking you in the eye and you, and I'm saying I remain very confident. Not just confident, very confident, given what I've seen of this team and what I know it's capable of, that I will be sitting here in May and that little trophy that he's got there will be over here.
I'm not hearing a no. Is how I'm going to take this.
Before
there was 2 weeks ago, if I answered that question, you would have said with a straight face, no.
But do you know why, Dylan? Do you know why?
I'm not hearing a no.
Do you know why? Because it's only
Tell
2
me.
points.
That's what I'm saying. It's only 2 points, and it's Man City, bro.
Ooh.
It's Man City.
He's getting nervous now.
Just before we wrap up, there is one more Premier League game this weekend to happen, and it's Manchester United going to face Wolves away from home, and Ruben Amorim, at least for me and for a lot of people, and I don't know how you guys see looking from the outside, thin ice.
Oh.
Damn thin ice.
Right
No,
now.
but you guys have been
Damn
saying
thin
that
ice.
now for months.
Yeah, that's been for a long time. But why? What happened? Talk to me.
It was what it was is in the last few games. The Kobe Manu stuff has been something that I've been banging on about.
What do you think about this Kobe menu thing?
I think it's mental.
Don't get him started.
No,
I think
let me know. I want to know.
I think the whole thing is absolutely mental.
What part?
The fact that Kobe Manu can't get into this team, I find
cool.
mad.
And I'm on the other side. So I'm on the other side, yeah? I'm on the other side. I don't think Kobe Minu can get into this team.
But I find the whole thing mad that he doesn't even get a shot. Amram doesn't rate him, right? But it's Kobe Manu / the larger academy thing. So something that really triggered me after the West Ham loss was Ruben Amorim was asked about his changes towards the end of the game. So what was it? We were 1-0 up, and then we put Ugarte on alongside Casemiro, and we went more defensive. We took off Joshua Zirkzee, who was winning all of the West Ham's corners where they were going front post. We took him off, and immediately West Ham score from the front post, don't they? It was almost instant. Like I found mad. And Amorim was asked at the end, "Do you think you may have made the wrong changes?" And he goes, "No. What attackers do I have?" And I look at it and I go, "Okay, 24 hours earlier, you were asked about Shea Lacey, this 18-year-old kid, fantastic winger in our academy, and he was asked, is Lacey actually ready to make his debut? Because he's been on the bench last 3 games." Amorim went, "Yes, he is ready." 24 hours later, he goes, "Didn't have anybody." I'm like, Kobe Manu, 6 months ago, Ruben Amorim said, Kobe Manu is at his best when he's in and around the box, when he's near the box, when he's linking up play, which is the kind of thing we needed against West Ham, same against Everton, same against Brentford earlier on, and these other multiple games. And so if he's then saying that I think Manu's best in attack, Shea Lacey's ready to play football, and then he turns around and goes, "I had nobody on the bench." One of those phrases is a lie. Either he's lying and Manu isn't good in attack and Shea Lacey isn't ready, so then why are you including them? Or he's lying by saying that he didn't have any attackers, because we're sat there and going, it's like Slot coming
I've got a
out, having
question
Salah
for
on the
you,
bench,
Dylan.
not saying having attackers on the bench and going, "I had no one to pick from," and it
Given what you
drives
said,
me
I've got
mad.
a question for you, actually.
Go on then.
Do you think that the manager is throwing Kobe Manu under the bus?
I think the manager just doesn't rate Kobe Manu.
Neither do I. Because Kobe Manu can't move. He cannot move. He's amazing. Hey, Manu's a good football player. He's good on the ball, technically gifted. He's got an eye for a pass, but he cannot move. So he can't play the two in the middle. No way. He can't go up and down like Bruno does. No way. He's not defensively good like Casemiro or Ugarte. No way. And he can never ever play behind the two He can never
When
ever
you say
play
he can't
behind the
move,
striker.
what do you mean by that?
He's not going to play
So-
behind the
so
striker
I can't-
because he
I kind of
can't.
get-
If you're playing
I get what
if
you
you're
mean.
playing 3-5-2 or 3-5-2-1, right? The two in the middle have to be able to move.
So he
if
wouldn't-
he
wouldn't have got
there's
in the
two-
England squad if he can't.
He's
move.
not going to get in the England squad.
No, but he's been in the England squad.
FJ,
And that's the wrong. And that's
FJ,
why.
I get
That's
what
why
you're saying.
Southgate. That's why Southgate is out of the team. Cool. So there's 2 roles in the Man United centre mids, right? Bruno up and down, and Casemiro defensively minded, right? The other 2 roles is the two behind the striker. Kobe can't do none of those roles.
So I kind of get what you're saying here, and I said this in the summer, and we need to wrap up in a second. I said in the summer, Manu can't really play well in those 2 positions because no one can, because the position is a farce. I said I reckon there's only one midfielder in the world who can actually play in that situation, and it was Declan Rice. I said it in the summer. He's one of the few players, Declan Rice. Well, Declan Rice is amazing.
Overrated. You guys bought him 100 mil to score.
So, I think the whole Manu thing is it frustrates me because Yes, Manu can't play in there because no one can, because the whole damn system is stupid.
No, it's not. People
I
can.
think it is.
People can.
You can play it when you're Glasner and you actually make sacrifices elsewhere on the pitch for it. But when you're Amorim and you're playing Dallo at left wing, you're playing Mazwari at right wing, you're getting Bruno, your attacking midfielder, to play as a number 6. It's wrong. Amorim just got the whole thing wrong. And I would talk more about this, but we need to wrap up. But thank you guys so much for watching Live at 5. Obviously, we are live at 5, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 till 6 p.m. to go through all of that stuff. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at potentially some of your hot takes, looking forward to the Champions League games this weekend, obviously further fallout from the Salah thing. And apart from that, I will see you soon.
Robbie here. Listen, lots of people have been asking me, Robbie, how have you managed to lose so much weight? And I feel so much better for it. And it has been a journey. But these 2 little things here, Optimum Day and Optimum Night, have really, really helped me on my weight loss journey. This Optimum Day, what it does, it helps you to curb your cravings. It really helps with your metabolism and just stabilizes things. And I swear by this. I absolutely swear by this. And then the Optimum Night, what this one does, I take these before I go to bed at night, helps you to have a much better, deeper sleep, makes you relax, makes you sleep, and makes your body recover. And these pills, I mean, listen, they're not magic pills, but they're all natural, and they have really, really helped me in my weight loss journey, and I really, really swear by them. So if you want to get your hands on these, scan the QR code in the description right now, or click the link down below, and you can get 70% off your first order with the Optimum Day and Optimum Night by Oxford Natural. As I said, these have been essential tools in my weight loss journey. Of course, there's no magic to it. You've got to eat less, you've got to go to the gym, you've got to do all those things. But these 2 have really, really helped me, and I recommend them very, very highly. So once again, if you want to get them and get 70% off your first order, all you've got to do is scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description, and you get 70% off your first order.